and it's Team Rock Mat, Vietnam, 1970. So, of
Okay.
course, during the Vietnam War. Now, this story freaks me the fuck out. Again, it's one of those cases where it's something real and nothing mythical or nothing unknown.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically a 7-man Marine patrol into Vietnam, land in the jungle, and move into position for a 5-day reconnaissance mission. This is quite common. They would have like a squad of 7 men go out and just look for the Viet Cong in any way, shape, or form. And they would be out there for days at a time. And this one was led by a guy named Sergeant Robert Flagger. And he was apparently an extremely accomplished radio operator, so he was very good at like calling in, spotting, and so on and so forth. And he was the guy in charge of the squad. So it was a standard operation, basically, as night was beginning to fall on the first night, to move the patrol out to space them out. Mainly because if one person gets killed, not all of them get killed. And they can also cover more ground that way. So it's kind of like a double-edged, 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. So in the middle of the night, a bunch of team members heard, they could hear commotion coming from where Flagger was positioned. They heard a muffled scream. They heard trees breaking, then nothing. Now, it's standard operations to not immediately go running to that location. The best thing you can do is to hunker down and stay still. Because if you start moving and it is Viet Cong, if it is the enemy, if you go running to that position, hell, you probably just ran into a trap, and now instead of one person's dead, you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, or worst case scenario, all 7. So they stay still. However, they do radio in. They're told to stay put, and so they do until morning. Now, of course, morning comes. They go to where Flagger was, and what they find is they find the radio. They find his rifle, his mask, but Flagger is gone. And they find a lot of blood, and they see a trail where clearly something's been dragged. So they follow it. They follow it for quite a while, and eventually they find his body pinned up against a tree. And it looked like half of his body had been horribly bitten and lacerated.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
And then they continue to look around, trying to find something as they start gathering his remains and everything like that. They hear a rustle in the tree, and out comes a fucking tiger. A giant tiger.
Holy shit.
Out of nowhere. Starts coming towards them. They shoot everywhere trying to get this tiger. Because a tiger, believe it or not, will blend into the jungle like there's no tomorrow, even with the orange. Will blend in like there's no tomorrow. And so they're firing everywhere. They miss the tiger, and the tiger like runs away. And so they're like, all right, we got to get out of here. And so they continue to gather his remains. They sort of continue on, doing the reconnaissance mission as best as they can as they start moving their way back towards an American base or where they can get lifted by helicopters. Unbeknownst to them, the tiger is stalking them.
Ooh.
And the tiger would attack again. They would shoot, and somehow this tiger would evade the fire. And so it's basically now a race against time, getting to the helicopters before the tiger eats you. And to me, that's the definition of a good horror story. Have it take place over the course of one day. And these soldiers trying to survive against this fucking tiger that just wants to kill you.
That just not only just wants to kill you, but also refuses to die.
It astonishes me. Actually, you know what? They probably did hit it. It's just the tiger just kept going. Like that's crazy to me too. But so that was a story that I heard and from Vietnam. And this is quite common, believe it or not. Apparently this is quite common. And
I remember one of our teachers actually told us a story about her with a tiger in the wild.
Was it Ken Kelch?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was over there. He was over there.
Where he literally
a Vietnam vet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you weren't just fighting. You weren't just fighting
that,
Vietnam over there. This wasn't like Europe in World War II. You're fighting literally everything is trying to kill you.
Yeah. I just remember the story he told is that he saw the tiger and he like literally just took out a grenade and was like, either like we're both dying or
Yeah.
you're dying.
Oh yeah.
Uh Either way you're dying. And then like as he like pulled like the pin, the tiger ran away and then he was like, "Uh-oh." So he had to put the pin back in and make sure the thingy didn't explode. 'Cause
Oh
apparently you
yeah.
can do that.
Oh yeah.
I did not know you could put the pin back
Truthfully,
in.
truthfully, I didn't
Yeah,
know
you
that
can put
either.
the pin
Honestly,
back in. I don't recommend it, but you can.